She was YouTube royalty, 10 million subscribers, a Netflix deal, but in June 2023, everything came crashing down with a single ukulele.
This right here is a great lesson on how if you're a
This is the story of how a theater student's joke became an empire, and how that empire crumbled in the most spectacular way imaginable. In 2008, Colleen Ballinger was just another theater major watching something that made her blood boil. YouTube was exploding with teenagers convinced they were the next big thing, posting terrible singing videos with unshakable confidence.
But my heart is saying no.
So Colleen created Miranda Sings. Red lipstick smeared beyond her lips, a voice that could shatter glass. The ultimate parody of internet delusion.
So I am also a voice teacher along with a singer and a professional singer. I'm going to give you a free voice lesson, and usually they cost a lot of money because they're not cheap.
In March 2009, her free voice lesson video exploded. Millions watched Miranda butcher popular songs while dispensing advice with supreme arrogance. The joke had become bigger than the comedian. What Colleen didn't realize was that Miranda attracted two distinct audiences, adults who got the joke, and children who didn't. To kids, she wasn't a parody. She was confidence incarnate, goofy and approachable in a way their parents never were. By 2015, the empire was unstoppable. Netflix greenlit Haters Back Off, book deals, merchandise, sold out tours. Colleen had gone from unknown student to multimedia mogul, a pattern we've seen before. Creators confusing fame with invincibility.
Look at me, I'm a pregnant queen. When you get famous on the internet, you get tons of haters. Look at this one. Ugly piece of beep. I hope you beep and die. Now, Joe Bob responded to his own comment and he said, subscribe to me, please. So pretty.
But success came with complications. Behind the scenes, Colleen began forming intimate relationships with her youngest fans. Group chats, backstage meetups, personal conversations that went far beyond typical creator-fan interactions. But what if the very thing that made Miranda famous? Her closeness with fans was also her downfall. In 2020, the first allegations surfaced. Former fans, now adults, spoke out about inappropriate interactions they'd had with Colleen as minors.
Looking back at that, I'm still a minor. I'm still 17, but looking back on that, I just...
Messages that crossed boundaries, behavior that made them uncomfortable. But Colleen's fanbase was fiercely loyal. The accusations were dismissed as lies or jealousy. The Miranda machine kept rolling. What nobody realized was that this was just the beginning. June 2023 changed everything. Not one or two accusers this time, but a wave. Former fans with detailed accounts, timestamps, evidence, major news outlets picked up the story. The allegations painted a picture of systematic manipulation and boundary violations with minors.
Online persona Miranda Sings is facing significant backlash. She's been accused of having inappropriate relationships with some of her underage fans.
Tour dates were cancelled, collaborations ended, brand partnerships evaporated, the pressure was mounting for some kind of response. And then on June 28, 2023, Colleen Ballinger made perhaps the most catastrophic PR decision in YouTube history.
A lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining.
The video was simply titled, Hi. Instead of addressing the serious allegations directly, Colleen grabbed a ukulele and began to sing. For 10 excruciating minutes, she sang her way through denials, calling accusers liars and dismissing their trauma as gossip, the line that broke the internet. I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser, sung with a smile, in response to allegations of harming children.
I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans.
The reaction was swift and merciless. The ukulele video became a meme, a punchline, and a symbol of everything wrong with influencer culture. But Colleen wasn't done making things worse. As criticism videos appeared, copyright strikes began hitting channels that criticized her. The evidence suggested someone was trying to silence critics through legal intimidation. By July, it was over. Remaining tour dates cancelled, podcast ended, collaborators fled. The Miranda Sings empire that had taken 15 years to build collapsed in weeks. November 2023. After 4 months of silence, Colleen returned with a subdued video. She called the ukulele video really embarrassing and admitted she'd let her ego take over.
The last video that I posted on here, it's really embarrassing. I should have handled that situation with maturity and empathy, but instead I just let my ego take over.
But for many, it was too little too late. Today, Colleen Ballinger exists in strange limbo. Not completely gone, but no longer the force she once was. Her subscriber count remains high, but engagement has plummeted. The ukulele video has become something unintended, a masterclass in how not to handle a crisis. It's studied in PR courses as the perfect example of tone-deaf crisis management, but perhaps the most haunting aspect isn't Colleen's fall, it's what it revealed about the system that created her. For years, the boundary between entertainer and audience, adult and child, had been deliberately blurred for profit. Yet another reminder that the line between creator and consumer is thinner than ever. In the end, Colleen Ballinger got exactly what Miranda Sings always claimed to want. She became unforgettable. Just not in the way she intended. The question that remains isn't whether she'll recover, it's whether the internet learned anything from watching her fall.